Hello and welcome back to Core Finance. I'm Matt Brown. I am joined by Rahul Khanna, who is an FX strategist at Tradermade. Thank you for coming in today, Rahul.
Thank you.
Now let's have a look at the pound or cable, the pound versus the dollar. Had a bit of an uplift, maybe a Brexit divorce bill settlement, a figure may be agreed, and that's given the pound a little bit of a boost, maybe a little bit of dollar weakness as well. But from a charting point of view, and then we're looking at the 2-year chart, how can we end the year? Are we going to see an appreciation? Could we even see 140 by the end of the year for cable?
Yeah, that's an important question. So that's what chart looks like now, that it is not, I think 140 will be too far, but I think 138 area, or at least above the levels we've seen this year. Those could be exceeded, over the coming days. I mean, that's what the chart looks, suggests. We also talk about the fundamental side of things, but let's just focus on the chart first. That 130.30 or 29 support, that, as you've seen, got tested multiple times since October. And also after BOE hike rates, but it was a dovish hike, suggesting it would be one-off. The market did not sell the cable at that point in time, and when it retested that level, it became obvious that market is not buying that rhetoric that the rate hike is going to be slow, and gradual, and there'll be problems with Brexit. There was a lot of noise, in terms of politics. There was question over Theresa May, remaining as a PM, and all of these things, sort of sterling seemed to have looked past those. At least cable has, also accompanied with dollar weakness. But what we've seen recently is that 133, I think 40 area, those two tops right at the end, those been broken recently, and then as we see, the next level is 134.80. This is the level back in July that we saw last year. And then also 50% retracement of that move we saw post Brexit or referendum, and then that's the level which did get tested earlier, and we thought we might see that 138 sooner, but then there was a lot of selling. So I think that 134.80 to 50 area goes, then just triggering of the levels will create this FOMO effect, which is fear of missing out on such a big move on cable. That'll be difficult for it to stop in the short run. We can see at there's some other areas up at 138, 40, which is also 61.8% retracement of that move, and also 140. There's a lot of resistance around 140, so we can see those levels hold. In the medium term. In the short term, it looks like this might cave in, and we might see levels higher, and especially with 130 becoming sort of a base in the short term. If you look at what's happening on the on the Brexit side, we see this morning Barnier came in and lifted the pound a little bit, suggesting that we might have a deal on our hands. So even the Brexit calendar, if you look, looks really interesting over the coming weekend too. First half of December, then we go off for Christmas break. But there are a lot of action, it seems, might happen in the coming 2 weeks. The next one would be when May has to respond. PM May has to respond on the 4th of December.
Yes.
And I think it works in both their advantage. Merkel's situation is a bit, with the reduced mandate, she's in a position where she wants some positive things going into Christmas. It works in May's advantage to have positive things. So it looks like even people like Donald Tusk, are saying the positive things, or now Barnier saying positive things. So it looks like they're looking for a consensus, or at least some kind of a candy before we hit Christmas, which could trigger the move in cable higher. So I think there's positive sentiments, and also we'll know by 12th December when the junior minister come in before the summit on the 15th, 14th and 15th. There's a summit, EU summit for some consensus building on what's going to happen. There's thorny issues like the Irish issue and things like that, but I think there could be some consensus, and given this is not priced in at all, this could trigger the move higher. So I think on fundamental level and technical level, it looks like 138 could be on the cards before Christmas.
And technically, on the downside, if May and Merkel don't get their Christmas presents under the tree with a consensus, where's the downside? Is there much downside on this, or are we looking at more upside?
So as you can see, even like if you see, there's the uptrend, it's coming around 131. And I think that should support in the short run. We could, so like I said, there's not much pricing in yet of something happening on positive on Brexit. The market looked past the noise, which was suggesting that the politics and the BOE and all of these things were not overly positive. So market looked past those. So if market gets something positive, even a slight hint of positiveness from the EU leaders, it will rally. That's why the downside should be limited to 131, and if you want to be really conservative, around 130.30. I think that level now should hold, no matter what happens from Brexit negotiations. So hence, risk now remains to the upside from any slight positive news.
Fantastic, Rahul. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.